It's 18th v 7th in the Premier League. Harry Kane loves to score against Burnley, and Burnley have only managed one victory in 15 Premier League fixtures, drawing 6 and losing 8. This is the match preview, Burnley v Tottenham Hotspur. Welcome back to the channel, hope you're all keeping well. In today's video, I'll be previewing the game on Sunday afternoon, Burnley v Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League. In this video, I'll be going through the team news, all of the match facts and stats, the team's form, also looking at the Premier League table, all of the latest betting offers from channel sponsors William Hill, and my predicted lineup and my score prediction. Just before I get into today's video, make sure that you download the OneFootball app for all of the live football scores, results and news, as well as getting all of the latest Spurs news on this channel. You can also see it all here. Download the OneFootball app to keep up to date with everything Tottenham Hotspur, club news, transfer news, match information, videos, tables and results from all around the world. Don't miss out, and please do let me know what you think of this app. Let's start with the Tottenham Hotspur team news. Central midfielder Oliver Skipp is available again after serving a one-match ban last time out in the Premier League against Leeds United. Of course, us winning 2-1 last weekend. Defender Christian Romero remains out with a hamstring injury, while Giovanni Lo Celso and Dane Scarlett have also been sidelined since the international break. Team news for Burnley. Burnley's James Tarkowski and Ashley Westwood are suspended for Sunday's game, having both picked up 5 yellow cards in the top flight so far this season. Striker Ashley Barnes is out with a thigh injury, and Dale Stephens is out with an ankle injury. 5 Premier League games took place on Saturday afternoon. The results are as follows: Arsenal 2, Newcastle 0, Crystal Palace 1, Aston Villa 2, Liverpool beat Southampton 4-0 at home, Norwich drew 0-0 at Carrow Road against Wolves, and Brighton drew 0-0 against Leeds. 5 games will take place on Sunday: Brentford against Everton, Burnley against Tottenham, Leicester against Watford, Manchester City will host West Ham United, and Chelsea will play Manchester United. Now, after Saturday's results, Tottenham Hotspur remain 7th in the Premier League. We have played 12, we have won 6, we have drawn 1, we have lost 5. We have a goal difference of -6. We have 19 points. A win on Sunday against Burnley would take us up to 6th. A draw would keep us in 7th place. And Burnley at the moment are in the relegation zone. They are 18th. They have played 12. They have only won 1 Premier League game so far this season, drawing 6 and losing 5. They have a goal difference of -6. They have 9 points. The last time Burnley lost in the Premier League was on Saturday the 16th of October, losing 2-0 away at the Etihad Stadium to Manchester City. Since then, they have played 4 Premier League games. They have drawn 3 and they have won 1. 2-2 draw away at Southampton, a 3-1 win at home against Brentford, and their last couple of results, a 1-1 draw at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea and a 3-3 home draw against Crystal Palace. Now, in between that, Tottenham Hotspur, of course, visited Turf Moor in the Carabao Cup, where we won that tie 1-0. So it's been another weird week in the life of a Tottenham Hotspur fan. Of course it has. You know, last week we were all on such a high, beating Leeds United in the Premier League 2-1, in fantastic fashion in that second half. Showed grit, determination and real character. And Antonio Conte certainly showed real passion in that second half, getting the crowd going as well. Been called the conductor ever since. And then, of course, on Thursday in the Europa Conference League, Antonio Conte gave a number of opportunities to a number of players, fringe players, if you like, players that don't get a lot of game time in a Tottenham Hotspur shirt. He provided chances. The players didn't take them. We sadly lost the game at 2-1. And, a lot of Tottenham Hotspur fans have been very frustrated in these last few days. And rightly so, me included. This Sunday's game against Burnley is a must-win game. If you look at the league table, if Tottenham Hotspur win this game against Burnley, we will go on 22 points, just 1 point adrift of the top 4. I'm not going to be sitting here saying that we're going to finish in the top 4. I think Antonio Conte has got an awful lot of work to do. But there have been real great signs since Antonio Conte has arrived. Of course, in the Premier League so far, 0-0 draw away at Everton, and of course the 2-1 win at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium last weekend against Leeds. You know, there have been real signs of improvement in the first 11. And, you know, it needs to continue. We need to start picking up results, certainly, you know, before Christmas as well, because the games are coming thick and fast. We've got very favourable fixtures on paper, and I know people will probably be shouting saying, well, games aren't played on paper, but when you look at our fixtures, you know, Burnley away, and then of course we've got Brentford at home, Norwich at home, you would think and you would hope that we'd pick up at least, what, 7 points, 9 points would be fantastic. But you would think that these are the sorts of games where we need to be picking up points, and you know, we should be winning against these teams. No disrespect to them, we have got more than enough quality in our squad. It is just whether every single player gives 100% and buys into what Antonio Conte is trying to do at our club, because we know that he is a serial winning manager. We know that we have got a fantastic manager at our club. And, you know, he's rightly said, you know, a number of comments in the last couple of weeks, you know, these players have got to buy into that. And, you know, these players have got to deliver a lot more than they have been. So let's get into the match facts and stats. Burnley have won just one of the past 12 meetings in the Premier League against Spurs, drawing 3 and losing 8. Spurs have scored in all but one of our 14 Premier League games against Burnley. Tottenham's 6 league victories this season so far have all been just by a single goal margin, and Burnley have managed only 1 victory in 15 Premier League fixtures, drawing 6 and losing 8. However, they are on a 4-match unbeaten league run, winning 1 and drawing 3, as I mentioned earlier. Burnley have scored 9 goals in those 4 games, 1 more than they managed in their previous 13 games combined. Now, we have really struggled for goals in the Premier League so far this season, and indeed have struggled for shots on target as well. Only Norwich have had fewer shots in the Premier League this season than the 124 by Spurs prior to this weekend's round of football. Spurs could go 3 consecutive away league matches without scoring for the first time since 2014. Burnley have scored a league-high 6 headed goals this season, while Tottenham are yet to score from a header. Burnley's last 6 goals against Spurs have been shared between Ashley Barnes and Chris Wood, both scoring 3 each. Harry Kane has 8 goals in his last 10 Premier League appearances against Burnley, and Harry has either scored or assisted in each of his last 6 games against Burnley. Talking ahead of this Burnley away game in the Premier League, Tottenham Hotspur head coach Antonio Conte said, "I know very well what kind of game that we expect against Burnley. It will be a tough game. They play with intensity, they put pressure on, they play a lot of long balls, and they are very good at set pieces. So we will have to pay great attention. But in this moment, all we have to think that we have to give more." He then went on to say, before a game, you have to know everything about your opponent. We have studied Burnley. They are working with a really good manager for many, many years. This is important for them. I know the atmosphere will be hot, but we must be ready to fight and give everything to try and get the 3 points. If you'd like to bet on football and you'd like to bet on this game at Burnley v Spurs in the Premier League, do download the William Hill app or visit their website. The odds for this game, if you fancied a 1-0 Tottenham Hotspur win, you'd get 15-2, a 2-0 Spurs win 10-1, a 2-1 Spurs win 17-2, and a 3-0 Spurs win 18-1. If you went for a Burnley win, 1-0 is 11-1, 2-0 is 18-1, a 2-1 is 12-1. If you went for a draw, 0-0 is 11-1, 1-1 is 11-2. Let's get into my score prediction and my predicted lineup. Score prediction, I'm going to go for a 2-1 Tottenham Hotspur win with Harry Kane and Heung-min Son to get the goals at Turf Moor. Certainly hoping so anyway. The team that faced Leeds United last week, I think that Antonio Conte will make one change. I think Oliver Skipp will come back into the starting 11, replacing Harry Winks. So this is the starting 11 that I think that our new boss will go with. Hugo Lloris in goal, the back 3 of Japhet Tanganga, Eric Dyer and Ben Davies. The fullbacks, or the wing-backs, Sergio Reguilon and Emerson Royal. In midfield, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg and Oliver Skipp. And then the forward 3 of Lucas Moura, Heung-min Son and Harry Kane. This Premier League clash on Sunday afternoon has not been selected for live broadcast in the UK, but for more information on where you can watch the game and every Tottenham game this season, do visit the website Live Football on TV. And finally, the match officials for this Premier League clash, Burnley v Spurs. Peter Banks will be the referee for the game at Turf Moor, assisted by Neil Davis and James Manwaring. Kevin Friend will serve as the fourth official, with Craig Paulson and assistant Lee Betts on VAR duty.
Thanks, Chris, and hello to everybody watching. I'm Bill from Football Prizes. I'm just here to tell you about the weekly Spurs prizes that we run on the site. Some of our previous Spurs prizes range from the likes of signed shirts and boots and mounts from players such as Harry Kane, Son Heung-min and Lucas, right through to club legends like Paul Gascoigne and Jurgen Klinsmann. You can watch the live draws on our Facebook page, and you can go on our site and see the previous Spurs winners as well as what prizes we have to offer at www.footballprizes.co.uk.
Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do let me know all of your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Your score prediction and your predicted lineup for Sunday afternoon to the trip to Turf Moor away at Burnley. If you don't subscribe to the channel as yet, please do hit that subscribe button. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Let's hope that Tottenham can get the 3 points. Stay safe and well. Come on, you Spurs.